Yo. Married to greatness. Now, in this video, I'll be covering off 5 things that I learned during my first 50 days of semen retention. And as always, if you're feeling this video, hit a like, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and subscribe. I'll be going in, so there'll be a lot more content coming. Let's get into it. So the first thing that was a significant change was increased confidence. Now, as a man, it's critical to have confidence. That includes making sure that when you're speaking to people, you have eye contact. When you're walking around, back is straight, posture's good, and essentially you're eluding confidence and you're eluding masculinity. The issue is when you don't have that innate self-confidence, people won't really take you serious, and that includes even in the workplace when you may be speaking with people, building the relationships. People just aren't really taking you serious, and unfortunately, if you have a low view of your own self, if you have a poor self-esteem, this will rub off, not just from a professional perspective, but personally. And from what I've learned anyway, during this first 50 days, being able to control my emotions and having self-mastery over myself has allowed me to, I would say, increase my self-confidence to a point where I know who I am. I'm trying to say I know who I am. Being able to retain, I've been able to reconnect with that godlike self, that higher form of myself, not just the animal person aspect. And that knowledge of self, knowing who I really am, has been instrumental in increasing that confidence. So I'd say number 1 is definitely an increase of confidence. Alright, cool. Number 2, self-discipline. Now, of course, as a man, testosterone is rampant, high, and of course, the emotion of lust and all that good stuff, pleasure, is significant. So to be able to retain and control yourself, really control that animal part of yourself, allows you to really increase your self-discipline. Now, to get anything done that's worth it, you would need to be disciplined. You would need to be doing things that you don't necessarily want to do at the time, but of course it's vital and it's important to do so. And of course, retaining for up to 50 days so far, and I plan to go on much longer, has enabled me to really have that self-discipline. And I would say, as time has gone on, it's actually got easier, in the sense of when there are situations that happen, when there's a clear conflict between what the right thing to do is and what the easiest or more pleasurable thing to do is. As time goes on, that self-discipline is easier. So in a sense, I can even discern when, let's say, the animal part of myself wants to do something, when it's not necessarily the right thing to do or the godly thing to do. So self-discipline is key and is made easier the longer that you retain. Number 3, connectivity. This links in with the first point that I made in terms of reuniting with your godlike self. And for me, connectivity is something that it just brings peace and joy to my life. Getting back to that godly state allows me to reconnect with nature. So there are times where I just literally look at nature, look at the trees, and I would just be amazed by the beauty of it. You know what I'm trying to say? This is like God's creation. I'm also God's creation, and I have just a greater appreciation of how it links together. And especially when I retain, have that self-discipline, I'm getting more to that godly state. It makes it easier for me. I definitely feel more tapped in and connected with nature, but not just nature, because I would say, the meditation and getting back to my godlike state, I have more of an appreciation for other humans as well. So it's like, the way I see it is, we're all in this experience together, and we don't all know how we got here, but especially when I retain and I become more in my godlike state, it's more about how can I make everybody's experience more enjoyable. And this is obviously key in terms of relationship building, again, not just professionally but personally. with my brethrens, with my girlfriend and family, everybody, I'm able to build more deeper, meaningful relationships, because it's not just a relationship that's just at the physical surface. It's more of a spiritual connection. Like I said, we both don't know, or each and every single one of us don't know how we're in this, we're alive today. So it's about how can I really make sure that this experience is as enjoyable as possible. So that was number 3, connectivity. Number 4, patience. So this probably links to the second point around self-discipline. So for me, patience is key in order to get anything done meaningfully. I.e., if you have a long-term goal, you need to be patiently working at it consistently. When you're dealing with people, you need to be patient. When I'm exercising and I'm looking to lose weight, or I'm looking to get to my new personal best, you need to be patient. And I would say that self-control, that self-discipline over maybe the emotion of hurriedness or fear, it's that calming presence, that patience which has come through the longer that I've attained. And again, it's just having more control over my emotions, and having that patient, peaceful nature, I say, has made me much more of a pleasant person to be around. And again, that links into that connectivity aspect. So number 4 was patience, and number 5 was that reconnection with just love. So that pure emotion of love, and it's about, we're all alive today, each and every single one of us, we're alive today. And when I'm retaining, it really reinforces that. So essentially, I'm very much still in the present, and it just allowed me to reconnect with the raw emotion of love. So again, how can I make this experience as enjoyable as possible? How can I defend mine? How can I protect mine? How can I become more of a godly man? And that emotion, that raw emotion of love, has definitely seeped through. And that could include somebody that I don't even know, i.e., wishing them a good morning, wishing them a good day today, to see my friends, to see everybody. It's just about showing just literally genuine love. And yeah, that's the final, I would say, the final thing that I learned. That's a bit different from some of the other videos out there. Again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if any of these points resonated with you. Again, hit a like if you're feeling the content, and subscribe, because there'll be much more content coming your way. Much love.